Good evening, everybody. It's Tap Out Gaming here, aka Thor. Used to be Bucket on Vega. I've not done a video for a while because I've not really needed to. I've only been doing them for things that I've thought have been useful for people. I don't really like to do videos on my opinion because I don't really know that much myself. I'm still figuring it all out. However, BAZ has asked me to do a video just to show him how to get his Vals because he's got to a level 3 with his Vals like these ones and he's a bit stuck. Because he's struggling to upgrade them. The reason he's struggling to upgrade them, sorry to say it, Baz, is you've fitted them wrong. What you've done is you've done what I did, but on the opposite scale. So with mine, what I did was I went OP on the power as best I could with all the ships that I could. So for example, like this one. This one, I tried to get as many heavy hitting guns on there as possible because I thought the heavier it hits, the quicker it will destroy the enemy. The quicker it will dissipate, and then we'll get through the target. That does work to an extent, but the problem is that's assuming that you can hit and not be hit. With the ships that you're hitting, the bastions, are they bastions? Yeah, bastions. When you destroy their shields, they get an extended range, which means you are then within their firing capabilities. It's them shots that are going to get you down because they'll also fire alien, which you don't have a great resistance to. You've only got 20% resistance to it as standard. Now, if you put these armors on there, and you look at resistance, you get your 20%. But you've also, you also get the extra added bonus. I can't figure out where that's at now. There we go. So you've got that extra damage bonus. So that's almost half now. So you almost got 50%. So you get like 25%, is it, for these? Whereas these ones here that don't have that on, if you look at those, you've only got that 20% that you originally had. Or maybe a bit more now that it's upgraded to level 3. So yeah, you get 10% plus, so 30% you're at. Whereas the other ones, you're almost at 50%, which is a massive increase because they do fire alien damage at you to start with. First of all, you fight the 2 Vals, or 1 Val depending on what level it is, and then once you've got rid of them, that's when you go on to fighting the alien damaging bastion cruisers. Now, the reason you're struggling with your ships is because this bit here, these armors account for these bars here, as I'm sure you're aware. The less of this you have, the easier this goes down, which means that after taking a couple of run-throughs, you end up down to like 50% or 25% or whatever, and that's at the point where you're now thinking, I'm not going to risk it because if I lose one, I'll probably lose them all, and then that's a 12-hour repair. So what I suggest doing is find a way to balance it out. So for example, these level 3s here, you can have 2 level 2s on there, get your armor on there, and then get these on here. Now this fleet here, this is going to do a lot more than your current fleet, because if you look at my armor compared to yours, my health there, that's represented by this. You've only got a level 1 on there. Your health is 19,000. My health is 25,000, well, just short of 26,000. Okay. So then when I also go onto here and assign good old Victoria Onin, my health's come to 36,000. Yeah. That's a massive increase. 24,000, 26,000. 36,000, 38,000, 36. It's a huge increase. So now I've got 20,000 plus on you. So if you think about it as if you just had one ship in a fleet and you had your 19,000 health, that's 100%. I've got double that now. So I've got 200% compared to your ship. Obviously this little thing here adds a bit extra. So like, it gives me an extra 1,500. And my ablative armor compared to yours, I mean, that's only got 1 armor on there. But compared to yours, let's try this one. So here, I've still got double the amount. I've got 200% health compared to yours. My ablative armor is 12,000 compared to your 18,000. So you've got 150% of what I've got here. But this is almost irrelevant because as long as you're hitting targets, this is going to keep refilling. So it doesn't really matter what this is. If it was 10,000, 8,000, 6,000, as long as you've constantly got your ablative armor perk proccing, then you're going to constantly fill that up, so it's never going to go down, so it doesn't matter whether it's 12 or 18. So that means that you can sacrifice one of these for an upgraded version of this. If you can upgrade this, don't worry about your weapons too much. Just get 2 ablative, get one of these on, or one of them. They both weigh the same, just do different resistances. Get your weapons as high as you can, as far as your weight will allow. And then if you can squeeze one of these on, squeeze one on. You can easily get them, as I've shown you before, from the gold and silver boxes. Instant things. I'm sure they used to be in there. Maybe silver ones. No, they're not in there. They did used to be in there, hence why I had loads of freebies. Get them done, and then your ship will increase loads in its health. Get her leveled up 100. Get her bought from the store if you don't have her. Get her leveled up 100. I'll show you how to do that in a minute as well. But what I'm going to do is, without further ado, I'm going to send this ship out. Box formation will do. As you can see, they've only got 2s or 3s. Some of them have got a 1 even there. Yeah, doesn't even have anything in that one. But they've all got level 4 or 3 armor, which gives them the same amount of armor rating. Yeah. The only ones that have got a difference is the ones that have got this armoured cargo hold, which is that one and that one. They're the only 2 that are 38. And then the rest are all 36. But anyway, so the damage doesn't really matter because you're going to last longer than you would. So even though you might have upgraded yours to do more damage than mine, technically I will be doing more damage because I'll last longer. But as I mentioned to you in the Discord chat, I'll show you the run through of how I've been upgrading. So first of all, you've already got access to these, so I'm going to run through all the items as they're listed here in the ship. So you've already got access to these because you've got them from the fleets to get all the parts for the ship and its its basic parts, basic weapon systems, defense systems, and all that. So the next thing would be these. These dropped with the Amaroks, if I remember rightly. Parasitic armor. Like I say, you can have the normal tri-resistance, or you can have this Xeno resistance. I personally, when I've got them up to level 5 and I can fit 2 on with also the level 4 blights, I go for one of each because you might as well have defense to every element you can squeeze on there. If you're going to fight against fleets that are predominantly alien Xeno, then obviously you'll double up on the Xeno if you wanted to. That's the best build I've found for top tier. I might ditch that and upgrade that, but again, I might leave that because this is more important than this. Your health is more important than the ablative armor, in my opinion. So anyway, what I'm going to do is I'm going to launch this fleet. Stick that there. I'm only going to send this one out rather than sending that one out as well because I need that. She's so important. You don't understand how important she is, and I don't want this to be a massively long video for you. She's really important. If you've got her to level 100, she gives you an extra 12,000 health. So like I said, that's a massive increase when you're considering it'll mean that you can last twice as long, do twice as many fleets, and yeah, basically just farm away. I've also been farming the elite marks for the Valraven. And I've been doing it to a point where I can get one done and only take maybe 3 or 4% damage if I'm clever. And that's with my mobile phone as well, which is a lot harder. And yeah, it's a very slow, it's a very low repair time. So as you can see, I've already marked all the targets that I'm going to go and hit for you. So these are the jousts. These provide the parasitic armors. Now, if you struggle with these, which you shouldn't do, stick 2 of these, or even at least this lower weight level. You might even be able to squeeze 3 of these in with an orator. If you can do that, get them going, and yeah, just get attacking these fleets and get these parasitic arms because they make a massive difference. With these, it's easy because the Ajax, however you want to say it, it takes up all the damage basically. So these guys just take a good sponging. I mean, it doesn't seem to be taking as much as it usually does, but never mind. You do usually pop a lot quicker than that, but I'm not sure why that didn't. Anyway, so you just as soon as they get hit, they slow down as well. So even if you don't destroy them via killing the fleet that they're with, you can easily just pop them at a distance anyway. Just focus on the smaller fleet, the smaller ships, because they're the ones you want to get rid of as sooner rather than later. I think they might have changed the mechanics on this because these AX seem to be taking a lot more damage and lasting a lot longer. Anyway, we've got rid of that one. Job done. So I'm just going to keep moving away from him because he's going to slow down when I hit him anyway. So just keep hitting them. Oh, they've got regeneration on, that's why. I think that, they must have given these regeneration because they never used to have it. But so when you start hitting them all, you can just outrun them anyway. So just keep running away from them. Do the smaller ships first. They'll take the damage from the smaller ships usually, and then you can just finish the Ajax off later. I said this has become a little bit harder than it used to be. It used to be a lot more efficient than this. It seems to have slowed down a lot. So I'm aim for that one in the middle because that means that all the rest will just soak that up there. But it was in the firing arcs, the absorption arcs for a few of them. There we go, we're working through them, nice and easy. Don't panic if they get too close. Just try and keep them at, try and keep your ships at the end of their arcs as best as you can. Like I say, I'm still on 99%. Oh shit, I messed up there. I clicked and it didn't move. So I'm getting lucky here now. They're all bunching up again. So that means that as soon as they start all getting hit, they'll all slow down and pull up for me there, which means I can get that ablative armor back, get out of their range. I need to be quick with that one though. It doesn't seem to be getting the ablative back. They seem to be suppressing. There we go. I think the game might be glitching a little bit because I'm recording it on my stream software. So that might be why it's taking ages. There you go. So he keeps jumping down a lot, but anyway, you can get the gist of it. This is how you basically just how you do it. The stronger your ship, the better. So your health shouldn't matter too much here. So before you start doing any changes to your ship, keep them heavy hitting. If you've got them fitted out as heavy hitters, just get that done. And then yeah, just get on with this. Last one. He should not be able to regenerate too much. There we go, he's gone. So that did take a while, and it will take you a while, and you don't really get many of these parts for it. I think you get between 15 and 30, so I've got a raw end of the deal there, a bit of a rubbish play out. But as you can see, like I've said to you, even with that one armor, I've not taken much. You might take a bit more it may be better for you to use other ships to do this, or if you can, at least drop down one of the ablatives and put 2 level 1 or 2 level 2s on until you can fight these, just to give you that extra strength and then fight them, which you should be able to do over the next week before the next event starts. But anyway, that's that ship. That's that fleet, sorry. So I'll move on to the next one that I was going to do for you. So the next one is the Mark 6 Zircon fleets, which is these ones here, which give you the level 3 weapons. These aren't as important until you've got the armor that you need. Like I say, I've got that armor now, so I'll go in there. These will hit you a fair bit. I come out of here with a fair bit of damage on me. I'm not going to lie about that. The best way I've seen of doing this is to try and bunch yourself up as close as you can, as it makes it then easier to I messed up there, but it makes it easier to destroy things and dodge the Valraven enemies' projectiles by dummying left and then going right. These are also able to be done with a orator and 2 or 3 of the Vals. I would start this on 96%, so I'm still on 96. I don't have to start with 96, 97, but as you can see, you don't take too much damage. And as I've shown you, some of these don't even have full weapons on or decent ablative armor on. They've only got the... always target the Vals, because these guys are the heavy hitters. So if like I say, you pull left and then come right, you'll dodge as many of them as you can. Try and fake them as much as you can. There you go, see I've dodged that one. You won't dodge them all, but as you can see there, I've only lost 1% on that fleet there. I've got another 2 here to deal with, so if I lose another 1%, that's 2% per fleet, and they're quite easy to go through, as you can see. Just try and keep them all bunched up. This one, I was just collecting them together. I tried to come down on this one, because then as you're shooting these guys first, you can sometimes pop them and the projectiles go on, and as you see there, they continue past the ships that you're fighting and actually hit that and then almost finish it off like that there, nice and easy. I was obviously too busy focusing on explaining that and lost a lot more than I should have done on this one. You shouldn't lose that much, because you should, like I say, you should have these. I think you said you got 6 level 3s, so they should be fine for you. And you get up to 50 of these. Again, I keep getting to the bottom end of the deals. You get up to 50 parts. So if you get 3 lucky runs, you've got one of them done. The Zircon 104s, I'm not going to do that, because it's exactly the same fleet. It's just a little bit easier. The Vals are easy to kill, so it's a lot easier. What I will do quickly before I finish is just show you one more hit, which will be with... No, sorry, I'll show you 2 more hits. There's something else I wanted to show you. So we want to hit Skirmisher, is it 107s? Yeah, they're your Mark 4s. So that's what you're hunting now. I'm gonna try. I don't know how well I'm gonna do with this, because these haven't tried it, and like I said, they're not kitted perfectly yet. But what I do with these is I've tried them in a line, and a line seemed to work a bit better. But like I say, note what percentage I'm on, 92%. Put auto on and click one of your Vals. Let you guys do their own thing at first, because it's easier for you ships to just dodge them on their own. I think they do better on their own than when you try and navigate them. I will take a fair bit of hit, like I said, because I'm not fully equipped here. So I'm down 3%, 4%. It's not great, but they don't have the alien resistance. I think if you had the alien resistance, you'd probably last a bit longer. So as soon as this fleet is all done, I regroup. I regroup all my ships together as best you can in the time that you've got before these bad boys turn up. Like I said, as you see in a minute, you'll see the range on these increase as soon as you lose a shield. So it's ideal if, I see there now they've got 3 shots off. He's going to get some more off, and that does a lot of damage. So if you can, ideally you want to get all your ships together so that they wipe it out as quick as possible. That time only got 2 shots off. So now I've got them all grouped up. If you watch how close the arcs are here, when it comes to this one, fire as many as you can, and then bang, 1 shot off. That one hardly does any damage. So it's better to try and keep them clustered together as soon as you can after that first initial fight. These little guys, don't worry about them. They hardly do any damage at all. And as soon as you put them in this mist, gone. Boop, boop. Wait for the next fleet of these to come out, because you don't want all your weapons, your projectiles to be taken up by trying to pop these. Let them get past you, let the cloud do its job, so that all you projectiles can hit this as soon as possible. Try and fly down. These should miss you. And then just glance back to the side. Send as many as you can off, pop it, turn. You'll avoid all these. Again, don't worry about these, they'll sort themselves out. Again, that one thing there, I only lost 1% because my fleet wasn't perfectly lined up. If I'd have been quicker seeing that one come, I would have only got 1 shot off from that. Again, 1 shot off. Should finish this one with 80%. Again, like I say, your ships should be stronger with them all being level 3. But if you get your armour on there, like I said, this is all armour, this is all the blue stuff, not the red stuff. Ablative, again, like I say, it's 100%, it replenishes too quick for you to worry about. One of my ships has, this one here has only 1 little bit of ablative, so if, like I say, if you go with the 2 times level 2 version, then you should have no issues, and it shouldn't come down as quick as this, it should stay up like that. Maybe these ones. See, that was a poor time to come in then because all these came out. They're going to soak up all my shots now. But luckily, before they nudged me out, I was in quite a narrow formation. So it was alright. Luckily, I managed to pop it anyway. So I just run, and all these projectiles miss me. Keep your ablative armour up there for the next round. Keep yourself an 81%. So I lost 11% there, which is probably a lot more than you will lose, as I'll show you in a minute. Because even though this one's damaged, I'll send this one in on an elite version, and you can see how strong they become and how little damage they take when you've got all this on. And then I'll call it because it's already at 23 minutes this video anyway. But that's just due to how long it takes to put a fight through. So yeah, you need to work on getting them armor level 3s and 4s and getting them on, and then you should be fine. So we've got good old Victoria back. Stick her on this fleet, and as I show you, if you cancel that, you can't see it at the moment because it's not fully equipped. But I can see that the damage is quite high. It's usually about 20-odd%, 20-odd thousand, sorry, 22, 23,000. It should be at now. The health it's ridiculous when you've got all these. Oh no. Dog's growling at me now. When you've got all these ships on there that you need. So I'll now go out and hit one of the elite versions for the upgrades, and then you can see the difference, and you see how easy it is to use the Vals to kill Vals, to upgrade Vals. Don't take every single percentage and ratio for definite. It changes. Sometimes your ships will go a little bit of a different way than they did last time, and you're like, why the fuck have you just done that, idiot? You've just lost an extra 3 or 4%. And also, I wouldn't auto this fleet, because if you auto it, when they go into the 2 spawners, they tend to just stop and sit there whilst they're being hit, whereas as you saw, I direct them out, which saves them a lot of percentage. So obviously we're 94% because of these 2 not being fully repaired. We would be on 100%, but make note 94%. Click on this one this time, leave it on auto. With the Vals doing the extra damage, Victoria also gives 10% extra damage, which just pops these so quick. That one will go, then 3 there, boom, gone. And these guys, they don't really last, because the Blight absolutely destroys Altarian. Lost 2% already. Usually 4 to 5% I'll usually lose on these fleets, because they are quite strong. But top tip with this fleet is, if you can get 1 leveled up to elite, you're in for a winner, because this one here, I always put this one at the front, because if you're clever enough and you can work it alright, he does enough damage to pop them 1 shot. Unfortunately, there's a bit of lag on it, so even if you pop him 1 shot, he sometimes gets a shot off at you. Didn't do that time, which is good. That wasn't a direct hit, unfortunately, hence why I got a bit of damage there. That one's not going to be the right one, so I'm going to push him quickly, get as many shots off as possible, finish that one off. So we started at 94%, down to 91%. Shouldn't really take any more damage now. These guys fire quick enough and hit heavy enough. This one's falling behind because it's the one that's lower leveled. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set up again. Step a bit further back actually, just so this PW can catch up. So these will all die in the zone when you get to this little gas cloud. Where's my golden child? That one there. So I'll wait till they all spawn. I've got 2 minutes 45. If you're rushing, then you're going to take more damage. If you can afford to wait like I can now, I'm not going to have anything else to do at the moment. So this is my main priority, is getting these Vals elite. So now that they've gone, forget about everything else. Like I said, just come through, get them bunched up as close together as possible. Like, there's no rockets fired at me down here, so I'm going to come down here. That means that I'm done. I'm done before they've even got anywhere near me. There's my heavy hitter, so I'm going to bring him down first, because it's just easier to keep him separate, so you're guaranteed he's going to get that shot off. And as you see the pause there, it did enough damage, but it's like after damage. The projectile does almost enough most of the time. It's then the after explosion that finishes it off, which is what gives it just enough time to finish it. If you get a direct hit like that, it goes straight away. But when they move at an angle, sometimes that little pause. If you can get them heavy straight on like that, then they're not going to touch you every time. You're going to get a freebie. I see how I slotted him back in there. Slotted him back in. Down to 90% now. That's a good average. I'm happy with that. Good percentage. This job's done. 90%. 4% per hit. you're going home good. You're happy with that. 4%. If you work it out of an hour, 20 coins is an hour. If you to work it that way. So then when you click on your fleet, it's 22 coins. It's an hour and 5 minutes. Well, an hour and 12 minutes, I think. Something like that. I don't know. About an hour and 12 minutes. No, sorry, an hour and 6 minutes. That should be an hour and 6 minutes repair. So what I've been doing after that heavy hit there, I send it back. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to ignore the last two ships because they were already damaged, so I'm going to go off the rest of them and use that as an average, and then you'll understand how easy it is to go out there and it be an almost instant repair. Some of the ships will be instant repair, some of them will be a minute and a half, where if you've had a bad run, some of them could be 10 to 15 minutes. It just depends where your ships have fallen in the lineup and how much damage they've taken. So I'll take them out. So we've got 3 minutes. So if I take them two out, 5 minutes. So you're looking at about 15 minutes repair if you was to work it over all 6 ships. Instant. There you go. See the 26 seconds. 3. Which one took a lot of damage then? Oh, that one was already damaged, wasn't it? So yeah, pretty instant repair. You can't really complain at that. It's nice and easy. I've worked them all up to 5, got them all kitted out, and over the next week I'll be replacing all these that are level 5 now. They can all be these ones here with level 2s. I've got 1 or 2 that are all 5. All the ablative armor is level 2. Is it that one? No, that one. This one's all level 2, so I've managed to do it all blight, which means that hits more than these ones. Yeah. So just with that little extra upgrade, because it hits an extra 500 plus 10%, it just destroys. So yeah, we're all good with that one. That's what I'm going to make them all like as best I can. I'm not going to drop these ones down to I'm not going to drop the 3 down to 2 because I'll just have to put it back up again when I get the level 4s. What I'll do is these that have got level 3 on them already, they will be the first ones that I upgrade to elite. I'll leave these ones as lower because it makes sense. There's no point upgrading them when if I upgrade them, they would increase more than that would increase, if you get what I mean. If you don't get what I mean by that, drop me a message and I'll explain it more. But yeah, that's what I've been doing to make it easy to use my Vals to increase Vals. Hence why I've got 2 fleets, because they can self-sustain while they're repairing. And then once I've finished with them, they'll just upgrade them rapid anyway, because I'll be able to upgrade this 3s and 4s in a matter of seconds compared to the length of time it takes to build these up. But yeah, have a go at that. If there's anything else that you want to know, just give me a shout in game or on Discord. I'll help you out as best I can, BAZ. If anybody else has watched this video just out of curiosity, then yeah, if you've got any comments, comment. It hasn't been like a 100% professional video trying to make it sound like I've got a manual script to go off. It's just a quick throwing it together to just to help BAZ. But if you do like it, if it's helpful for you doing your Vals, if you've not really known where to look to start your Vals off, as I've mentioned, keep your ship well balanced. Don't do what I did. Don't go all out ballsy with the attack, thinking, oh, I'll get rid of them quick because they won't be able to hit me. They will hit you, and you won't like it. Make sure this is your focus. If you're going to focus on anything, armor first, weapons second, and then as much ablative as you can afterwards. That's what I've gone for, without any coins, and that's what's helping me out as best I can figure it out anyway. If you've seen any better ideas out there on other videos, give us a shout, put a comment in. If you like the video, drop us a like. If there's any videos that you would like to, anything you would like to know about and you want to make a video on that, give us a shout about that as well. If I know, I'll make a video. If I don't know, I'll try and find out for you and make a simple, easy video like this. And I will promise I'll try and make it a little bit shorter. But again, this is just for BAZ, so BAZ, enjoy. Hopefully this helps, and give us a shout. Let us know what you think. Bye bye, guys.